Could get is a modal verb construction that combines could, the past tense of can, which is also used as a modal verb to indicate possibility, permission, or ability, with the base verb get. Here are a few ways could get is typically used in English. Possibility, indicating something that might happen. Example: it could get very cold tonight. Ability, describing what someone was able to obtain or achieve in the past. Example: when I was young, I could get up early without any trouble. Permission, suggesting that it was or is permissible to obtain something. Example: he said we could get a snack from the kitchen. Here are 50 example sentences using could get. If we hurry, we could get there before it starts raining. If we hurry, we could get there before it starts raining. She could get the job if she applies soon. She could get the job if she applies soon. You could get sick if you don't wear a coat. You could get sick if you don't wear a coat. They could get lost in the forest without a map. They could get lost in the forest without a map. We could get a better view from the balcony. We could get a better view from the balcony. I could get a ride with my neighbour. I could get a ride with my neighbour. You could get a discount if you buy in bulk. You could get a discount if you buy in bulk. He could get promoted if he works hard. He could get promoted if he works hard. She could get angry if you tell her the truth. She could get angry if you tell her the truth. They could get injured playing that sport. They could get injured playing that sport. We could get dinner after the movie. We could get dinner after the movie. I could get more information from the website. I could get more information from the website. You could get an A if you study more. You could get an A if you study more. He could get the flu from his classmates. He could get the flu from his classmates. She could get more customers with better advertising. She could get more customers with better advertising. They could get fined for parking illegally. They could get fined for parking illegally. We could get help from a professional. We could get help from a professional. I could get there faster by bike. I could get there faster by bike. You could get a better deal online. You could get a better deal online. He could get bored during the lecture. He could get bored during the lecture. She could get confused with too many instructions. She could get confused with too many instructions. They could get trapped in the snowstorm. They could get trapped in the snowstorm. We could get a refund if we're not satisfied. We could get a refund if we're not satisfied. I could get inspired by a good book. I could get inspired by a good book. You could get tired if you don't rest. You could get tired if you don't rest. He could get hurt climbing that tree. He could get hurt climbing that tree. She could get surprised by the party. She could get surprised by the party. They could get delayed by traffic. They could get delayed by traffic. We could get a dog from the shelter. We could get a dog from the shelter. I could get frustrated with this puzzle. I could get frustrated with this puzzle. You could get more likes on your post with a better photo. You could get more likes on your post with a better photo. He could get homesick while travelling. He could get homesick while travelling. She could get offended by that comment. She could get offended by that comment. They could get a grant for their research. They could get a grant for their research. We could get tickets to the concert. We could get tickets to the concert. I could get better results with a tutor. I could get better results with a tutor. You could get a stain on your shirt. You could get a stain on your shirt. He could get recognized for his work. He could get recognized for his work. She could get a scholarship for her grades. She could get a scholarship for her grades. They could get married next year. They could get married next year. We could get stuck in traffic. We could get stuck in traffic. I could get upset over small things. I could get upset over small things. You could get promoted quickly in this company. You could get promoted quickly in this company. He could get injured playing football. He could get injured playing football. She could get a loan for her business. She could get a loan for her business. They could get a new house soon. They could get a new house soon. We could get a surprise visit from friends. We could get a surprise visit from friends. I could get access to the VIP section. I could get access to the VIP section. You could get better at cooking with practice. You could get better at cooking with practice. He could get a better offer from another company. He could get a better offer from another company. Should get is a modal verb construction that combines should with the base verb get. Should is used to give advice, make recommendations, express expectations, or suggest that something is desirable or necessary. Advice, suggesting a course of action. Example, you should get more sleep. Recommendation, proposing something as beneficial. Example, he should get a flu shot. expectation, indicating what is anticipated or required. Example: students should get their assignments in on time. Here are 50 example sentences using should get. You should get your eyes checked regularly. You should get your eyes checked regularly. She should get a promotion for her hard work. She should get a promotion for her hard work. They should get to the airport early. They should get to the airport early. He should get more exercise. He should get more exercise. You should get a second opinion from another doctor. You should get a second opinion from another doctor. We should get a bigger car for the family. We should get a bigger car for the family. She should get her driver's license soon. She should get her driver's license soon. They should get more practice before the game. They should get more practice before the game. You should get vaccinated before travelling. You should get vaccinated before travelling. He should get a haircut. He should get a haircut. She should get some rest. She should get some rest. They should get involved in community service. They should get involved in community service. We should get a new coffee machine. We should get a new coffee machine. You should get a tutor for algebra. You should get a tutor for algebra. He should get his car serviced. He should get his car serviced. She should get her own bank account. She should get her own bank account. They should get an accountant for their business. They should get an accountant for their business. We should get tickets in advance. We should get tickets in advance. You should get a warranty for that appliance. You should get a warranty for that appliance. He should get a hobby. He should get a hobby. She should get professional help. She should get professional help. They should get more sleep. They should get more sleep. We should get insurance for the house. We should get insurance for the house. You should get a flu shot every year. You should get a flu shot every year. He should get a passport. He should get a passport. She should get a new pair of glasses. She should get a new pair of glasses. They should get their own place. They should get their own place. We should get together more often. We should get together more often. You should get your teeth cleaned regularly. You should get your teeth cleaned regularly. He should get a new phone. He should get a new phone. She should get some fresh air. She should get some fresh air. They should get an education. They should get an education. We should get the latest software update. We should get the latest software update. You should get a healthier diet. You should get a healthier diet. He should get a financial advisor. He should get a financial advisor. She should get more sunlight. She should get more sunlight. They should get a better job. They should get a better job. We should get a pet. We should get a pet. You should get your hearing checked. You should get your hearing checked. He should get a lawyer. He should get a lawyer. She should get more creative with her cooking. She should get more creative with her cooking. They should get an energy-efficient car. They should get an energy-efficient car. We should get a new roof. We should get a new roof. You should get regular checkups. You should get regular checkups. He should get a second chance. He should get a second chance. She should get better grades. She should get better grades. They should get a new computer. They should get a new computer. We should get a refund. We should get a refund. You should get a better internet plan. You should get a better internet plan. He should get more time off work. He should get more time off work. Would get is a modal verb construction combining would with the base verb get. Would is used to indicate a conditional situation, a habitual action in the past, or a polite request or offer. Conditional situations, describing what might happen under certain conditions. Example: if I had more money, I would get a new car. Hypothetical situations, describing an imagined scenario or potential outcome. Example: if she studied harder, she would get better grades. Habitual actions in the past, talking about repeated actions or routines in the past. Example: when I was a child, we would get ice cream every Sunday. Here are 50 example sentences using would get. If I had the chance, I would get a degree in computer science. If I had the chance, I would get a degree in computer science. She would get upset if you told her the truth. She would get upset if you told her the truth. They would get more customers if they lowered their prices. They would get more customers if they lowered their prices. We would get a refund if the product was defective. We would get a refund if the product was defective. He would get a promotion if he worked harder. He would get a promotion if he worked harder. I would get a new laptop if I could afford it. I would get a new laptop if I could afford it. You would get better results if you followed the instructions. You would get better results if you followed the instructions. They would get lost without a GPS. They would get lost without a GPS. She would get the job if she applied. She would get the job if she applied. We would get to the party on time if we left now. We would get to the party on time if we left now. He would get a bonus if he met his sales targets. He would get a bonus if he met his sales targets. I would get sick if I ate that food. I would get sick if I ate that food. You would get more out of the course if you attended every class. You would get more out of the course if you attended every class. They would get angry if you cancelled the meeting. They would get angry if you cancelled the meeting. She would get tired if she worked late. She would get tired if she worked late. We would get along better if we communicated more. We would get along better if we communicated more. He would get in trouble if he broke the rules. He would get in trouble if he broke the rules. I would get frustrated if my computer crashed. I would get frustrated if my computer crashed. You would get a headache if you didn't drink enough water. You would get a headache if you didn't drink enough water. They would get bored if the lecture was too long. They would get bored if the lecture was too long. She would get scared if she watched a horror movie. She would get scared if she watched a horror movie. We would get the best seats if we booked early. We would get the best seats if we booked early. He would get sunburned if he didn't use sunscreen. He would get sunburned if he didn't use sunscreen. I would get more exercise if I joined a gym. I would get more exercise if I joined a gym. You would get a cold if you went out in the rain. You would get a cold if you went out in the rain. They would get confused if the instructions weren't clear. They would get confused if the instructions weren't clear. She would get better grades if she studied more. She would get better grades if she studied more. We would get a better view if we stood closer. We would get a better view if we stood closer. He would get home earlier if he took the train. He would get home earlier if he took the train. I would get more sleep if I went to bed earlier. I would get more sleep if I went to bed earlier. You would get stronger if you lifted weights regularly. You would get stronger if you lifted weights regularly. They would get happier if they spent more time together. They would get happier if they spent more time together. She would get a tan if she spent time in the sun. She would get a tan if she spent time in the sun. We would get richer if we invested wisely. We would get richer if we invested wisely. He would get thinner if he cut out junk food. He would get thinner if he cut out junk food. I would get better at cooking if I practiced more. I would get better at cooking if I practiced more. You would get smarter if you read more books. You would get smarter if you read more books. They would get healthier if they ate more vegetables. They would get healthier if they ate more vegetables. She would get more respect if she was more assertive. She would get more respect if she was more assertive. We would get more work done if we stayed focused. We would get more work done if we stayed focused. He would get more friends if he was more outgoing. He would get more friends if he was more outgoing. I would get a new car if I saved enough money. I would get a new car if I saved enough money. You would get more attention if you dressed up. You would get more attention if you dressed up. They would get the contract if they made a better offer. They would get the contract if they made a better offer. She would get to school on time if she woke up earlier. She would get to school on time if she woke up earlier. We would get more support if we explained our plan clearly. We would get more support if we explained our plan clearly. He would get more clients if he advertised more. He would get more clients if he advertised more. I would get better results if I tried a different approach. I would get better results if I tried a different approach. You would get more enjoyment out of life if you relaxed more. You would get more enjoyment out of life if you relaxed more. They would get a better deal if they negotiated. They would get a better deal if they negotiated.